This is Dr. O'Hara, and I wanted to give you some more detailed information on formatting tables in APA style. So I just want to point out that there is this example on page 52 in the book where it's got the table identifier and the title of the table with this floating head design, and then all the information here is in these columns. Notice the capitalization of these subheadings here, and then these are variables that have been used and they're in italics. And then only the first word is capitalized unless it's a proper noun, like this inventory is a proper noun. And notice how there's a single space between the title here and the line that demarcates the table and the explanation that goes here. And then the information resumes with a double space. So here's my example. This is one of the few places where you can use single spacing both for the table identifier and the title of the table and in the table itself, and then for the one line under the table, and then you resume the double spacing with the next paragraph. And let's see, what else did I want to point out here? Yeah, so here's the titles in the header, and then each one is centered under the title here. Also, you can change the font from 12 point to 10 point to make it fit on the paper. Tables should fit on one page. If they don't, you have to continue them, and I'll mention that towards the end here. Okay, so this is how you format the table. Use the word table maker so that you have all these cells so that you can put the information in, and then you can change something about it, like suppose you had enough room that you wanted it to be double space instead of single space, then you could do that. Or if you needed to center it, you could do that. You know, I find when you have a lot of words like this, it's easier to have the left alignment. It's easier to read when you have words, but for statistical information, it's better to have it centered. So I'm going to put that back to single. Okay, so each cell has the data in it, and so when I'm finished, then I'll move to take the grid lines out. So here again, this is another look at putting all the data in the cells. Okay, so next is removing all the borders, and you're going to do that with this tool right here. And then you need to put in the lines around the header and the line for the bottom of the table. So I'm just going to click on here, and I'll put in the bottom border and the top border. And then for this one, I'll just highlight this one down here and put in the bottom border. So here I'm just showing you where I got that from, which is right there. Now the other thing that I just wanted to go over is if you need to continue a table, if you can put it in the appendix is probably better, but if you want to continue it in the text, this is out of the book also. This is in chapter 5. So notice how they formatted it this way. I think it's easier just to have it all single spaced, and then there's a single space here under the title of the table. It's got the floating head here. And then when you get down to the bottom of the page, you're just going to type continued, and then start on the new page. You repeat the headers again on the new page, put in the rest of the information, and then put the line under the table there. So again, this is just for your reference. For my classes, I will, if you cannot keep the table all on one page, then you can put it in the appendix so you don't have to struggle with this, because this takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of skill. So I hope that you found this to be helpful for the formatting of tables.